In this lecture, we are going to handle page change and also we are going to render this pagination in our project. I will be closing this, come to products, and below this we are just going to render pagination. So I'm just going to open products.jsx. Now here for keyword, how we have accessed this parameter, same way we are going to access for page. Exact same thing I will copy. I will give the variable name as page from URL. And what I have to access? I have to access page. But whatever result we will have in the form of string. So what we will do, this entire thing we will be wrapping inside this parenthesis, and here we are going to use this %. So whatever string value we are having, that value will be converted to integer. But we have to ensure whatever value we are passing, that we are passing as base 10 integer. So here whenever we are getting this page, here we will be passing comma and then we are going to pass 10. Using this, we are just going to ensure whatever value we are passing, that is passed in base 10. But if we are not able to get this page, then what it will return? It will return null. I do not want null. Instead, if this is not present, then I simply want to return 1 and that one will be assigned to this page from URL. Okay, basically this is the fallback condition. If we are not having any result from this, then I will just fall back to 1. Now for page, I will be creating the state. I will be passing current page. Setter function, I will write set current page is equal to use state. Hit enter. Use state will be imported. And inside this, I'm just going to pass the value of page from URL. If I'm not having any value, then it will be holding 1. If I'm having value, accordingly, that value will be passed to this current page. Now inside this product slice, we have already updated our get product and here we have passed page. So here while dispatching, what we have to do, we have to pass page. So here I will be writing page and for this I will assign the value current page. So whatever current page value I am having, that value I am just going to assign to this page. And whenever my page is changing, then I have to run this effect. So inside this dependency array, I will be passing current page. I'm just going to copy and inside this I will be pasting. We should not be passing page because this page is holding value of current page. And whenever our current page value is changing, only then this effect should be running. Then scroll down. So here, this is our entire condition using which we are displaying products. If we are not having products, then accordingly, we are rendering this component. Now below this condition, I'm just going to render my pagination. So here, I will be writing pagination, not this one. Remove last letter. I will select this. Pagination will be imported. Let me just check. You can see pagination is imported from this pagination component. Come here and here I'm just going to close. Now inside this pagination, what all data I have to pass? I have to pass current page. Let me copy. Here I will be passing that prop and for this what value I have to assign? Whatever current page value I am getting, that value I have to assign. Then what I need on page change. I will copy. Here I will be passing and for this I'm just going to assign one function handle page change. Okay, this function we are going to create. Let me just write it again. Then next what we are having active class, next page text and for all this we have assigned default values. So again we don't have to pass as a prop. Directly we are passing current page and on page change. Now I'm just going to copy this function. Scroll up below this I will be creating that function. Const handle page change and this function will be accepting page as the parameter. Okay, and this page is nothing but whatever page user is clicking, it is going to hold that value. So first, I'm just going to check for the condition if my page is not equal to current page. Okay, I will explain you what this is. In this case, what I will do, I will access this setter function. Inside this, I will assign the value page. So using this, what we are checking, whatever page number user has clicked, if that new page number is different from the current page, then whatever page user has clicked, that page we are going to set as the current page. And this is how we are going to update the current page. Using setter function, we will update the value of current page. So using this, we can easily avoid unnecessary re-renders. So what we will do, below this, we are just going to create new instance of URL search params. And how we have to create? Here, we will be writing new URL search params. And inside this, we will write location.search. And this entire value, I'm just going to assign to new search params. For example, if I'm having two parameters, keyword and pages, so using this instance, we can easily search how many parameters we are having in our URL. For example, if we are having keyword and page, it will be returning keyword and page. Now below this, I'm just going to check for the condition. After searching, if my page number is equal to 1, then what I want to do, let me just come to demo. So here I am inside page 1. So in this case, in my URL, page 1 should not be displayed. If I come to page 2, only then page 2 has to be displayed. So here I will check if my page is equal to 1, then from this new search params, I'm just going to delete this page parameter. So here I will access delete method, and what I have to delete? I have to delete this page parameter. Else what I have to do? I just have to set this page. Same thing I will copy. Here I will be pasting. Instead of delete, I will be writing set. And for this page, whatever value I am having for page, that page value I have to assign to the parameter. Okay, doesn't matter how many query string values we are having. If we are setting this, it is just going to include this page inside the same query string. Then finally, whatever data we have converted to integer, again we have to convert back to query string. So below this, we are just going to write navigate. Before that, we have to invoke navigate. So here I will be creating one variable navigate, and for this I'm just going to use this use navigate hook. Using this, we can move to different pages, and inside this I will be passing this template string, and after question mark our query string will be started. So here I will be writing this new search params, and whatever data I'm having, that entire thing I'm just going to convert back to query string. So using this toString method, whatever result we are having, we are simply going to convert to string. If I am having any other parameters like keywords, like categories, all will be in intact, only page will be modified. Now let me come to my project. Okay, successfully I am able to render this pagination, but this comment is also displayed. Let me just scroll down. Let me just come to pagination. So here I am having this display numbers, and this entire thing I will be wrapping in JavaScript mode. Save this. Come here. You can see pagination is displayed. Now I am inside first page, and in my URL, page 1 is not displayed. I will come to second page, and on second page, whatever remaining products I am having, that products will be displayed, and in my URL, page 2 is displayed. I will click on previous. I will be redirected to first. I will click on next. I will be redirected to next page. I will click on first. I will be redirected to first page. I will click on last. Then I will be redirected to last page. Now let me come to first page, and here I am having mobile. I will just search for mobile, hit enter. You can see I'm only having one product, so below that no pagination will be displayed. Again come back, I'm having more than 4 products, so pagination will be displayed. Now I will open product controller, and inside this get products we have passed results per page to be 4. Now I will be passing to refresh once. Now you can see in total I am having 3 pages, then I am having next and last. So first page 2 products, second page 2 products, and you can see first button, previous button, next button and last button. Then I am having 3. I will come to first. If I click on last, directly I will be moving to last page. I will come to 1. If I click on next, then I will be moving to second page. Successfully, we have completed this complete functionality of pagination. Just take your time and understand what we have done through this complete concept. And definitely, this pagination is reusable component. You can use in other project and you can render this advanced pagination.